Hi guys, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I have a 12 sign read for you today. I'm not going to re-clarify it, so I left all my clarifiers out. And the reason I'm not going to re-clarify it for you today is because there's a lot of information that was very expansive that already came out. But also I'm going to go back and just do a quick read of the 23rd read that I didn't get out to you because there's stuff that came up here that relates back to there, and it had a lot to do with spying and some underhanded stuff and the reasons behind the situations here. So I'm going to get right into it so you have a full comprehensive view of what's going on with everything. I will point out the different signs here so you're clear on what your card is, but there's plenty of information that will come up for the 12 signs. I'll get into the read. I'll do that. I'm just going to do a quick read through for that read to give you all the information there, so some cool stuff came up. So again, this is 12 signs. The 4 cards up top there, these are the underlying energies, this being the bottom of the deck, and then these below. Then we have Aries. Aries is the 5. By the way, this is the Death card, the 9 of Swords. Those were both upright. The Strength card, which was reversed, and the 3 of Pentacles, which was reversed over here. So that's fire, earth, air, and water. Okay, so those are the lead cards for each column. Then Aries is the 5 of Wands, which was upright. Taurus, the 7 of Pentacles, which was reversed. Gemini, the Queen of Swords, upright. Cancer, the 6 of Wands, reversed. Leo, the Empress, upright. Virgo, the High Priestess, reversed. Libra is the World, upright. And Scorpio is the Emperor, reversed. Sagittarius, the Wounded Warrior, reversed. And then Capricorn is the 4 of Swords, reversed. Aquarius is the Queen of Wands today, upright. And then Pisces is the 2 of Swords, upright. Okay, and then we have some extra cards over here, which I'll get into when we finish the other stuff. Okay, so, and then we have the 2 of Pentacles there below the other 4 cards of the underlying energies, which was actually reversed energy today. Excuse me, it is July 25th, 2019. The 25 is the Knight of Wands, which we see there on Sagittarius. And it is Sagittarius energy, and then the day adds up to the 44-8. 44 is that 4 of Cups, grounding and integrating, mastering as twins. So we have that 4 of Cups energy of feeling bored or grounding and integrating or ignoring an offer of love or just sitting out there by a tree. But the Knight of Wands is up there and going. So physical activity, whether it's rushing in passionately or in this case, probably more just getting things done, going out with a friend, jogging, walking or working out, that kind of stuff, but just movement around. So the 25 is a 7, the 44 is an 8, so we have a 7 of the calm before the storm, and the 8 is the storm. But in this case, it's mastering the storm and not allowing it to expand. So let's see, I woke up at 7:30 this morning, 7 being the Chariot, 30 is the 4 of Wands, the stability, the union, the marriage, the home. But it's about structure and happiness and how structure gives you happiness and why that is. Why does everyone have a home if stability isn't something that everyone enjoys, which it is. So it's a good thing. So again, it's all about staying at moderation and not going to the extremes. Doing what you can handle. You know, if you take on too much, if you get a castle, for example, are you going to be able to sustain it financially? And how, you know, who's going to clean it? Can you afford all that? And if you can afford it, great. But if you can't, is that really going to make you happy? Probably not, because you're going to be stressed out about everything falling apart. And how do you do repairs if you can't even afford the house in the first place? So a lot of those imbalances are coming up here. For some reason, I had to note the recycling and when the trash men showed up today. Recycling truck showed up at 8:41, which is the Ace of Cups, which is love. And then the trash man came at 9:37, which is the King of Cups, which is also unconditional love. So it's saying, you know, to allow yourself to change, let go of things, to refresh, rebirth. Okay, it's all that kind of stuff. It's all love, even the trash. Okay, and letting go of things, the recycling as well. Okay, and to be good to your trash men. They have to smell stinky stuff all day. So we're facing, that was facing north, so going in a good place. I'm also noticing today, my next door neighbors, the daughter's been parking their car in front of my house, which is fine because there's no people parking there, and it's, you know, there's plenty of parking on my street. But just noticing today for some reason that it's red and parked in front of my steps, and also there's a handicap sign in the window, which is interesting because that has to do with victim mentality. Are you handicapping yourself, you know, by labeling yourself as such? So getting into the 12 signs, which was done at 8:38. 8 is the Strength card, and 38 is the Queen of Cups, which is very much about the feminine energy and being strong. But the Strength card came up reversed today as weak, and heading the air signs there at the top there, which they're going through massive endings and rebirth, air signs. So I'm going to get into the 4 signs and then the other stuff. Starting out, enjoy the show with the Master of Ceremonies, the 2 of Pentacles, except it's reversed. So show might have been canceled or dropping the act, breaking, falling, right? Tripping up, allowing all of it. So enjoy the show for good or for worse. The performance is ending, the juggling act ending, balancing multiple balls in the air, letting go of it and being okay with it. All right, so not needing to juggle 10 million things in the air to look good, but just being authentic to yourself and being happy what makes you feel good. Death and transformation, stress and strength at work, or needing the courage and strength to align. The focus on Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, because they were major arcana, and then fire and air, because they were also major arcana there. So getting right into fire. Fire was all about death, endings, the devil and Mrs. Jones, Leo. Scorpio, Capricorn, Taurus energies there at the top, losing their temper with the Empress, wounded warrior reversed, giving up the battle. Definitely battle with Leo. And also I wanted to bring up that air and fire both with major endings and rebirth, okay? So the earth signs stressed out, mostly Capricorn, and that death was strongest with Leo, okay, because the Empress was actually there again with death. For the earth signs, stressed out, sovereign, and the King of Wands reversed in a heated exchange, and the King of Wands is hiding his face, strategizing a plan, not using their intuition, the secret's out, passion, or not sleeping well, but rising above, a lot of back and forth, expressing feelings in a very physical way, okay, but there looks like there's some major fights going on. So, and I wanted to bring up the Emperor and the Empress. Both showed up as people in the read. So we have the Empress at Leo and the Emperor as Scorpio, with the High Priestess and the World, which can also be the Seal Divine Feminine, in between them, okay? So that was kind of interesting. That could definitely represent masculine and feminine, but it also can represent parents who are holding up the masculine and feminine from coming together. So the air signs, strength was reversed. So weak, needing courage and strength. The 10 of Swords reversed, the 10 of Pentacles reversed. The worst is over and a disconnect from the family. Queen of Swords, Cancer, Gemini person, perhaps, speaks or conducts the meeting. With the world completion, the world completion, I don't know why completion came up, police. Oh, the police need to come. All right, so there's something about air signs. Someone's conducting a meeting. That could be a meeting of the council or a community meeting. The police are involved there, so that might be coming up for someone. Also with the Sealed Divine Feminine and Queen of Wands, could be Sagittarius, Aquarius. Definitely is connecting to both directly. Water signs, 3 of Pentacles reversed, things not working out. The Wounded Warrior reversed has given up the fight. The Queen of Pentacles reversed drops the facade patterns, tripping up at work, church, or school. Feeling a failure, the Emperor reversed out of control or abuse of power, protecting heart by pretending not to see, or ignoring to stay balanced in your mind, or literally ego death, and freed from the ties that bind. That's coming up for water. So Emperor, Empress, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Wands were all characters that came up in the read today. Okay, the Queen of Swords is Gemini. The Queen of Wands is Aquarius, but she also shows up with Sagittarius. And yeah, the Queen of Swords also connected directly to Cancer, so it could be Gemini and Cancer. All kings were hiding their faces. All 4 kings were hiding their faces and reversed. Were they all reversed? Except for the King of Cups. King of Cups was upright. And at the bottom, see the underlying energy? The underlying energy over here. Okay? The King of Cups upright. Unconditional love for everyone is the underlying energy. After the 5 of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands beneath that. And pretending not to see, right? The destitute, the homeless, the downtrodden, the sad, the grieving. It's about coming into your knowing, experiencing all that, and you might see your kids experiencing a lot of this stuff to bring them into the unconditional love place, understanding what's behind the people who are nasty or mean and why they may have been that way, so that they can come to a compassionate and unconditional loving place. And that could be for adults too, but I was definitely experiencing it for children. And like I said, air, also, yeah, all the queens were upright except the Queen of Pentacles was reversed, so opposite for the kings and the queens. All queens were upright except the Queen of Pentacles reversed, who could be ungrounded. She's at the top of the water sign, so I'm not thinking it's greed because water signs don't tend that way. But so she just needs to be grounded. She may need a friend too. Earth signs came up as not usually liking to share their feelings because they don't want to be a burden to others. So it's a call also in this read to earth signs to know, even if they are in their power, that they're human too. And actually it's making me, not from myself, but it's making me want to cry. So Spirit's coming through about that, that you need to have compassion for those in power because you don't always know the story behind it. Okay? So Aries is 5 of Wands upright. All right, so there's definitely fighting going on for Aries. It actually could be a fist fight, fighting with Taurus or competing with them. So it could be a competition as well. But definite friction. There's definitely some physical fights here. Court cases and divorcing. Impatient, losing their temper. Injustice, not fair. How that Taurus plans to go forward with a plan. So they may be fighting over something like that. Definitely about money and savings. Or like I said, divorce and court cases were coming up. There's a death and transformation. A literal fight over the devil or with the devil, Empress Leo. If air in chart, everything is done, majorly done. No going back. Fight or competition involves Sagittarius, Libra, Capricorn, Taurus, Scorpio, and Leo. Could be after someone's mom or grandmother, aunt, etc. passed. Could be a boss as well. Fighting over how to use the inheritance, perhaps. The connection was to Pisces, Cancer, Sagittarius, Aquarius, as well as the ones I already mentioned. Gemini, Cancer, and connected to Capricorn, devil through work. That can be one or the other. Just because they're Capricorn doesn't mean they're the devil. But there could be some kind of codependent person that you don't get along with at work. Or it could just be a Capricorn through work who's upright. But the worst of the pain is over. Also, Aries could be humbled by a lover at work. King of Swords reversed, needing courage to be in their truth. Taurus, 7 of Pentacles reversed, planning how to go forward and or spending money, stuck without peace because there's fighting or competition, stressed out about independence, so your sovereignty, without a father, or a King of Wands reversed in a heated debate. The King of Wands reversed, hiding his face behind the arrows that were slung, or the slinging arrows. So someone also may have had to duck as plates were thrown or punches were thrown at them. This is Taurus. All right, so definitely there's things being thrown at them, and it's very physical. So plates, I experienced that. My mother used to throw things all the time. So plates and punches, or it could be others, just very physical in nature, right? Could be very emotional words as well. Arrows that hurt. So definitely ducking was coming in for this King of Wands reversed. Taurus connected to fire in general. Aries also rejection and shyness was being connected to Aries here, which is not, usual for Aries. Not shyness anyway, because they're usually right there in your face. But that was coming up around them. Leo and divorce and or broken contracts, spirituality, and thinking outside the box were all coming up for Taurus here. Gemini had the Queen of Swords upright, speaking her truth, healing. She may have Queen of Cups energy as well, or be dealing with a Queen of Cups upright and a Page of Wands upright. So another sister, friend, child, and then a Page of Wands, another child. So it could be 3 generations as well. Women and children being nurturing and loving to inspire others and heal together. General malaise in the wake of big family endings and or death or loss of money. Connected to Leo, Cancer, Pisces, Capricorn, and Earth signs in general, with an undertone of insecurities and manipulations, even though there's really positive energy here. So they may be coming out of those negative energies. And before I go into Cancer, just summarizing with water, Wounded Warrior, the Queen of Wands was at Aquarius and Sagittarius. So that could be the same person. It also can be connected to the Wounded Warrior. They can all be the same person, that victim mentality, and possibly now coming out of it. The Queen of Pentacles reversed could be, I was getting Virgo or Taurus, and may have been 2 women being juggled at work, church, or school by somebody else. And it could be that Sag Aquarius or someone else. Actually, Libra was coming up with a lot of women around them as well, so that could be coming up. Sagittarius, there may be a doctor or professional taking a look at your case. So whether it's a medical case or court case, Sagittarius may be going to see a doctor or a lawyer, and to get body work right again, so can move around again. So they may have had an injury or a fall. So getting into Cancer now at 9:38, that was again. So the Queen of Cups is coming up again for Cancer. So that may be a Cancer Gemini that was on Gemini, or they're very closely related, the Gemini and the Cancer, because they're both upright here. The 6 of Wands reversed was coming up for Cancer, under the radar, feeling like a failure or receive bad news, needing attention as the wheel gets greased, as destiny comes in, finally free to leap and do as they please, preferring no attention, no work, letting go of people with victim mentality, the Wounded Warrior, Sagittarius perhaps, dropping facades, breaking patterns, when not getting along in co-creation or with other people. And Cancer may have, or people around them may have tripped up at work, or tripped and fell and on disability or quit, not getting along with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, or that's you, just ungrounded. Mostly divine timing and free. I was getting that bad news here may have been a blessing in disguise, and that just because the 6 of Wands is reversed does not mean that's bad. Sometimes it's good not to get attention, right? Just because you don't get attention doesn't mean you're not successful. You're successful if you're happy. And not everybody wants to have a lot of attention, because that doesn't make them happy. So someone here definitely realized that the injury that they sustained, or the problem at work where they had to quit, or whatever came up here, was a blessing in disguise. This was divine timing, and it came in to help them and set them free. And I'm getting connection here. Connected to Libra, Aries, Capricorn, Cancer, Gemini, Sagittarius, Aquarius. Or just also the Cancer finding that letting go of stuff, whatever the stuff is, whether it's people or stuff, is freeing. Like I said about the house, don't take on too much. Why would you want something that you can't handle? Because then it's going to take up all your time, and you won't be able to do anything else. So you won't be able to enjoy its beauty. All right, so we go into Leo. Leo is the Empress upright. However, there's death, transformation, and disconnect all around this. So the Empress can be the Leo. It also could be a Leo's mother, aunt, or grandmother, older person who passed away, who was very close to them. So there's definitely, or someone with the opportunity to rise to the Empress status, because they are rising to the occasion in a death situation, like taking control of everything, and it's easy for them because it might even be someone who should be a party planner, right? Because they're good at organizing things like that. So that might be coming up for someone as well, that may be a new line of work for them. So death, transformation, disconnect, completion, end of cycle, so coming full circle, wrapping things up, unhappy, carrying the burdens because they're continuing to carry the burdens for others. Someone passed or a relationship ended, which was a long, long process. I was getting never-ending story. With Scorpio, Taurus, Capricorn, and Pisces, connected to fire in general, as well as Taurus, Pisces, Scorpio, Leo, Libra. The ending would be with Scorpio, Capricorn, Taurus, or Libra. Was definitely coming up there. So definitely endings going on there. And if you have air and Leo, for sure. Like there's major finalities of family stuff. Virgo, High Priestess reversed. And I wasn't getting this in a negative way. Not necessarily. It can be people not using their intuition. But for me, it's also about the secret coming out. So you don't need to use your intuition at that moment because all the information you're trying to intuit is out there. So you don't need to go within to find out because it's out there. Also, the High Priestess reverse can be passion, and it can represent, as opposed to upright and being a formal religious person who's spiritual, it would be more outside the box, more not standard religion. So Virgo's secrets out, passion or not using intuition, or spiritual as opposed to religious. Working through difficult emotions of judgment, a call to action, announcements, a calling out to the divine masculines. A cattle call, so this could be a cattle call to the masculines, especially since the stampede just came up for the read yesterday as of Lionsgate. But a cattle call can also have to do with acting or whatever it is, where a bunch of people are called to audition or bring in their works in, one big group. Waking up the divine masculine to inequities in a relationship, Virgo giving too much or paying out debts owed, calling in favors or thinking twice about that. Stressed or purging independence, sovereignty with the King of Wands reversed, hiding their face, but expressing constantly energetically or hiding behind children as an excuse. Toggling up to assist others amidst others' tough emotions and imbalances and empathing their feelings. So be careful, Virgos. Ground, 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 and the King of Wands reversed, get rest, because he's just exhausted. Financially and energetically off balance due to giving too much is general for Virgo. And the King of Wands reverse can be a Virgo too. It could just have fire in him as well, or just be exhausted. Restoration is coming, so allow, Virgos. The connection is to Aquarius, Pisces, Scorpio, as well as anyone else I've already called out. The King of Pentacles reverse is also directly connected to Virgo, who's probably a Taurus. And the restoration can also have to do with a Pisces reverse coming to visit. With also could have Aquarius upright in them as well, or could be one or the other. But connected to Aquarius, Pisces, Scorpio, King of Pentacles, reverse Taurus. And yet here, Virgo's coming directly connected to those signs. But then I was getting connected yet in disconnect, which is kind of like a judge, like you're connecting to all, but you're disconnecting from all. The Leo, Libra, Sag, Gemini, Cancer, Aries. So it literally could be where the Virgo is a judge in an Aries case. Then Libra comes up with the World upright. So they definitely have closed a chapter. They have air signs above with the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Pentacles reversed, which is definitely over and done. Like they're done. They're already on to the new cycle. They have 10 of Cups on them as well as the World. So it's all about a new start in love. Okay, no longer grounding and integrating. They're ready to start over. They have wrapped everything up, and it's wrapped up with Leo, with the World too. So it might have been a breakup with a Leo specifically. But Libra's complete, sealed divine feminine, starting over in love to find emotional fulfillment after Leo, weak, ending or death in family and or family business, needing courage, strength to start over, and floating. Come full circle, an Oprah moment. Connected to Pisces, Leo, Virgo, Aries, Cancer, Scorpio, Gemini. Did I say Aquarius already? Aquarius and Sag. And also the Libra, just with a lot of feminines around you, because you have the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups in that one position above you, and then below you the Queen of Wands. Or the Libra was juggling two females, those two, and now that has ended. There's one missing piece. Since 3 of the 4 queens are around Libra, it's the one that's missing the space between that counts. The 4th leg, the 4th queen, the missing quarter or the final quarter of the race. Saving the best for last, the ending between Leo and Libra. Okay, so that was important. Major endings. So all four tens came up here. The just looking for the 10 of wands. They're all out there. So yeah, the 10 of wands is on Leo. So all 4 tens. So the 10 of wands and the 10 of cups are still upright, but they're done. All right, so they just maybe a little bit of cleaning up left over for that. But the 10 of swords and 10 of pentacles, that's completely over. We have Scorpio now with the Emperor reversed, which may be a good thing today. Out of control, ego death, or abuse of power, released from prison to heal and dream without option. There's only one way for the Scorpio right now. Leaving work or giving up, allowing the Queen of Pentacles reversed to drain you. Perhaps tripped up, had to drop the facade and break patterns and stop the rat race. So it could have been someone at work that you didn't necessarily get along with, or or it's just someone in your life. It even could be a sister, friend, or mother who's ungrounded right now and you want to help them out. So it could be draining, or someone at work draining you and that's why you have to leave. Or maybe you want someone to help you, but you feel like they may be too drained to help you or not grounded right now because they're struggling with their own stuff. Tripped up and had to drop the facade, Scorpio, and break their own patterns and stop the rat race. Not happy at work, church, or school, or not working out with other personalities, or the pay isn't what it was promised to you, or just a sucky job. Instead of being the victim, the Scorpio is doing something to free themselves, and they're usually very good at that. You know, the phoenix rising from the ashes, but they're also, you know, they always say what their feelings are. The Scorpio is connected to Aries, Aquarius, Leo, and Fire, Virgo, Capricorn, Pisces, and possible Gemini. So going on to Sagittarius, as I got something caught in my throat. The Wounded Warrior reversed. Giving up, defending their wounds, going to the doctor, or seeing the light. Can be going to a lawyer as well, in case they got hurt. But seeing the light about victim mentality and PTSD, seeing a way to get back on their feet again. The Queen of Wands, Aquarius, and Hermit and or Virgo, assisting with that, planning a trip together, a visit or gym, a walk, jogging buddies to get in shape, feel better after perhaps a death. Capricorn, Capricorn was waves standing next to Taurus, to them, or Leo or Scorpio. Earth may look and be strong on the one hand, but don't like to share their insecurities or shortcomings. They're human too. But they're very good at saving and grounding and being moderate. Stability, comfort, safety, and food. They may seem boring at times, but they are not. They have just already experienced everything and just want to feel surrounded by the things and people that they love the most. The connection here for Sagittarius is water signs in general: Virgo, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Aries, and Cancer. So then we have, and Sagittarius can very much represent some military. They're recovering from military stuff after the war, but after any war, any death, whatever it was, it's the PTSD that you experience, whether it was abuse, war, work situation, whatever it is, recovering from that now, whether it's an injury or just hurt emotions, or needing to go to a doctor or attorney. Just remember, whatever it is you choose to do, that you do what's going to make you happy, not right? So if it's a lawsuit, make sure it's not going to take you down, because that is not going to help you in the end. It's only going to make you the victim. Okay? And your revenge is happiness, not being the victim for the rest of your life. So then we go to Capricorn, the Four of Swords reversed, which is all about not getting sleep or rising above. Levitating even, if you're floating on air, rising above to offer love to the enemy or yourself, or one standing in their truth, even if it hurts you, their friend. grounding and saving relationships to find a stable place, a common ground between love and fear, and very much in need of rest. Stressing, purging, sovereignty, the King of Wands reversed, hiding their feelings and losing sleep. He may be a Capricorn, Virgo, Libra, Sag, split with Queen of Wands, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Taurus, and also connected to Earth in general, Gemini, Pisces, fire in general, and Cancer through work. And Capricorn may be keeping it tighter than usual as far as who's around them. Aquarius is the Queen of Wands upright, offered or offering money for the truth. Possibly she may have hired a private eye or paying off someone to triumph illegally, or running a scam, or running from the law, or running from Pisces for a new life, ghosting someone for a fresh start in truth, or taking before they take from you, again Pisces, or making restitution to a Pisces or those who knew what you did but ignored it because you did something wrong. The King of Swords reversed, weak and out of control, or an ego death, with Leo or Aries or Sagittarius, they're all fire signs, going through dark nights, with lover, divine feminine aligning with them to work it out. Or Capricorn offered a payoff to you with the truth, or for you to give the truth to Pisces. They're paying you or offering you some kind of exchange to give the truth to the Pisces or Virgo perhaps, about running away, stealing, or cheating them. Aquarius, Sagittarius, Hermit, Virgo, Pisces could be sharing a passion with each other. So you may find like who you thought was the enemy, when you did something wrong to them and you come to make restitution or apology, whatever it is, you may find some common ground there. You might find something you actually have in common and you may actually like them. So that was coming up. There's after a family ending for Aquarius and a new start. So definitely rebirthing there, but going through some crap in the meantime. So Pisces comes up at 11:01, Two of Swords upright. So that's either pretending not to know because you're in fear, protecting your heart, or being in your knowing, and knowing without literally getting the 3D information because you feel into it. So as I started Pisces, which I love, the birds were socializing so much outside back and forth. It was so cute, you know, like they're socializing, but so excited about it and telling you all about their story. And I was getting, why do birds fall down from the sky? Okay, so that was coming up for them from the carpenters. Oh, so carpenter bees are also coming up since they make holes in everybody's roofs, right? It's causing leaks, so that might be a concern for someone. Could be a concern for me. I have that issue. So the Pisces, after and 11:01 is Justice and the Magician. I was just being guided to go back and clarify that. After the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups both came up because, you know, that's the most downtrodden of people. The Five of Pentacles is about destitution, no matter what kind of destitution it is. It could be financial, emotional, morally, right? So, and then the Five of Cups is grief, loss, regret, guilt, and shame. So they're coming up there. They came up in this read, and they also came up in the read on the 23rd, which is part of the reason why I want to go back, because they're definitely connecting me back to that. After all of that crap, and a 5 and a 5 is a 10, right? There's a new start, a rebirth, and knowing about unconditional love. So Pisces is learning about unconditional love, purity of heart, and connecting to source, and letting go of the third baton to get to the fourth leg of the race. After knowing what it feels like to be left out, to be abandoned, to be destitute or homeless, really getting it, why they've had to go through an experience, so then they could connect to others more purely and thoroughly. Weak, King of Swords reversed, in need of courage and strength, and the Emperor reversed, out of control. They can be Pisces people, but they can also be people around the Pisces females who they are learning to help, as opposed to being mad at them for not giving them attention, things like that. Really starting to understand why they are the way they are. The King of Swords reversed and the Emperor reversed, out of control, ego death, going through the dark night perhaps, due to lovers at work. The men must bottom out in order to rise and align correctly with source. The Queen of Pentacles reversed, breaking patterns and masks at work, church, or school to let go of victim mentality. They are purging, grounding, and integrating, aligning, and cracking codes. May be hard work, but the Pisces may be recognizing how satisfying and rewarding it is, because they may be experiencing that themselves, but they like to do that kind of work. Pisces connected to Leo, Aries, Gemini, earth signs in general, Scorpio and Capricorn, and unconditional love. Pisces is the end of the zodiac, and it is about unconditional love. They are the dream weavers. They take the ideas of the Aquarius and bring it into manifestation here. And the poor and heartbroken, they are very connected to them. Pisces has a lot of compassion for others and very empathic. So make sure, Pisces, that you don't let the others' causes be the downfall of you. Because if you give too much, they're going to take you right down, and you know you're susceptible to that. There's a new passion offered to all, defenseless to energies. Allow the fall in the awakening to not needing attention or deception. Just because you don't have attention or followers doesn't equate to failure. As long as you do what you love, stand in your truth of love. New moon is July 31st, I believe. Sexual energy offered here to, and this is for everybody now. So I'm going to turn it a little bit so you can see those last 4 cards. So as the new moon is coming up, July 31st, there's sexual energy here offered to inspire everyone, to bring people together to share intimacy through not only sex, but also creation and projects, but also sex, that in coming together for intimacy. So that new moon and going into Lionsgate's definitely going to be like that propelling force forward into bringing the unions together. Exposure, sun, fun, kids, and Leo, because here we are in Leo. Ego is now rising above, feeling defenseless to exposure, right? Maybe some of you not liking the exposure or feeling burned in the aftermath of an offer of true love. The worst of pain, and this was all about the truth setting you free, so exposure is about, if there is no darkness, then no one will be hurt anymore because everyone's on the same page. That's the point of the truth setting you free. The worst of pain and bleeding is over. So post-menopause, birth, surgery, quitting job, end of projects, and present to the devil, to addictions, ball and chain, codependencies, the marked man, blocked crown. You're a blockhead, Charlie Brown. And I was getting the masculine saying, I didn't know. Or I didn't know, like they did. But like, you just pretended not to know so you wouldn't have to deal with it. So that was coming up for the masculine. The Queen of Swords, speaking the truth about their blocks, chaos and broken down cars, trips and people, and engines, I was called to bring up, are coming together to blast off into space and float, which is what came up yesterday in my read about the twins all coming together and then having, just like the space shuttle blasting off into space, you need all this momentum, a huge blast with a takeoff to space, in order to get the twins into unions and then in a beautiful bubble from 20 to 21, which was what I was getting yesterday. So now that's the read for you guys. And I'm going to go quickly into the read from, this is the Divine Masculine Twin Flame read from the 23rd, because it connects to this very much, and they didn't want me to not report it to you guys because there was some important information there. So I'm not going to do all the specifics I usually do. The 23rd was the King of Wands, so we're going back to the King of Wands here. And then the day, well, today is 44, so that would have been 42, since it was 2 days ago, which is the coming together of two people, or not seeing eye to eye, and why the King of Wands is there at the top of the Earth column, reversed and hiding his face. That day, the major arcana were the Sun, the Hierophant, and before the read was the Emperor or Reason, and after the read was Reflection or the Hermit. Guidance is usually the Hierophant, so the Syrian Starseed deck, like I usually do. There were 2 swords, 4 pentacles, 2 wands, and a cup. The court cards that were major in the read from that day on the 23rd for the masculine were Page of Swords, King of Pentacles, and Page of Wands, so a king and 2 kids. Or they could be messages. Also, the King of Wands was present before the read. So 2 kings and 2 pentacles. 22 came up, 77 came up, as well as 2, 3, 4, 5. 78 being the 10 of Pentacles, the end of the Terra. 10, the Wheel of Fortune, and then 24, 21. 24 being the end of Karma, the Omega, and 21 is the World, the end and completion. All right, so they were very powerful numbers here, as well as the code line being all about 15 and the Devil. 7, 8. Remember that 10 of Pentacles, the 7, 8, equals 15, which ultimately is love, family, and community, the 6. But the 15, if you want to be rich and famous or have a huge family and a huge castle, the devil is in the details. It's the keeping up with it, all right? Keeping up with the Joneses And the Devil and Mrs. Jones came up in the read today as well. So there's a big message there for you guys. Rebirth and spirituality, it's all about. Don't forget the 7-7. The 7-7s have nothing to do with material things. All right, so we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, and 10. The Wheel of Fortune, divine timing, destiny. I was also getting Mother Mary come to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be, in the coding about spirituality and rebirth. And Matthew was coming up as well. And T was coming up. So if you know people, Teresa, T, and Matthew were coming up. As well as the feminine within the masculine, synchronicities, options, and then and strength and ELO is coming up as well. The 8-8 of the masculine and the feminine, both centered and integrated, standing side by side, as that is the power couple, not the rich people, but the two twins next to each other, dancing side by side in the moonlight. EIEIO of the farm is coming up, as well as ELO. All right, the Electric Light Orchestra, love. The light of love. Electric. And orchestrating music, okay? So the King of Wands reversed. Separation with the 3 of Swords. The Emperor reversed with news, message. Page of Swords reversed. Child with light. Juggling King of Swords or entertaining him while resting or in bed to connect in the 5D. The King of Cups in another world or has passed. So that could be the death that happened today. So this happened already. The King of Cups in another world, and that was also the only king that was upright. And on the underlying energy of the small deck there about unconditional love, because if they're not here anymore, they are in unconditional love. The King of Cups in another world or has passed. 3 generations unhappy, or a kid pinning the King of Cups and King of Swords against each other, or a message does. Or how the father pinned 2 brothers against each other for his entertainment, like in the Colosseum. The king and or the emperor in the Colosseum. The death of the Aryan race, the purebred, the wasp, the wop, putting terms to bed. Suddenly, disaster, epiphanies, the Queen of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, sovereign, and the Queen of Pentacles, so it could be 3 women, probably two sisters or friends, and a child who's older. Could be a teen or 20s. There's a wake up to love, overwhelming, or new love, or love loss, with announcements, wake up call, final judgment, and being judgmental in the wake of a death, or sudden death. 3 males and 3 females are divided here. Females awaken first due to purging, crying, releasing emotions of poor judgment or deliberation, bad decisions, is no decision. The Queen of Cups reversed, 9 of Pentacles reversed, but the Queen of Pentacles is upright. Awake and grounded, they're all together, but the Queen of Pentacles was upright as opposed to the other 2. Awake and grounded, dealing with people wanting to die, and a daughter at the same time. Streaming ideas, bad decisions, lies or spies, stealing ideas. Unhappiness, lack of satisfaction, with no options, released, holding back passions. Dark night surrenders, and that could be like the Dark Knight, like Batman. Dark Knight surrenders, frazzled and falling short in passion and energy. No brakes. No braking now. It's like someone either lost their brakes driving, or it's just now that it started, the momentum is there. There's no going back. The brakes are off. A massive train wreck due to playing both sides, burning the candle at both ends. Finances and career to the death for the masculine here. The pain and betrayal, crying out in the open. The 8 of Wands, not expressing elbow pain or the thorn in DNA strand. The flame, inflammation. Men in their family don't express their feelings. Fighting, conflict, competition, expansion of surprising proportions. Surprisingly letting him into her space or family, the masculine may feel. Some home cooking to surprise her with food. Spying. The masculine may be spying so they know when to show up. Truth and mirror on hand, as well as scroll work and ribbon and chalice, putting everything out on the table. Spiritual or spirituality and partnership came up for the masculine, number 27. And then underneath that was physical activity, number 67. Balancing and sharing gifts with connection. The Queen of Pentacles reversed, so you see they're all coming up the same as they were this day. The Queen of Pentacles reversed, sharing the connection. I think the Queen of Pentacles came up upright and reversed in this read. I think she was reversed in the underlying energy. The Queen of Pentacles reversed, not getting her wish. The Magician has all the tools now, all types of emotions under his control. Your wish is my command. What can I do to satisfy you, to make you balanced again? The Magician with a little spy, or a device, which could be a bug, a fly on the wall, while deliberating surrender to sexual legacy of spiritual partnership. The King of Wands may be mad or tired in separation, healing without a word, out of control, a bad decision to give up or to have deliberated for so long. The choice of unconditional love in another world, driving him mad or bringing it into the 3D, spying by remote viewing, the peep show in 5D. Good cop, bad cop, family man, or control freak, intellectual elitist. Recently, for the masculine, was the Ten of Orbs, that the worst was over with Leo and the Knight of Swords, telling the Leo the truth, that they are morally destitute. The Eight of Pentacles working to align with twin. So that can be working, right? Just working to align with their twin, but at the same time grieving guilt and shame of the High Priestess reversed with a secret out or immorality, no intuition, blaming a Leo or ego for what he did or what they both did. No messages, lies, and all a manipulation game to get something for nothing, free groceries with coupons, or now food stamps, goodwill, or Leo put them in the poorhouse. The King of Pentacles reversed with issues at work. Third party offer of love he ignored. Now will she ignore his attempts? Still crying or manipulating him patiently. Essentially here was no flames without the Y in the road. And the Y is the masculine chromosome. Enemy of state present to the Magician embodiment. Only one option, no choices, or seeing a new perspective, another way around after being stuck in emotions about letting go to repair things. Deliberating, the King of Pentacles reversed and the Nine of Pentacles reversed. That could be his own dependencies, or it could be a child or someone younger than him. But the King of Pentacles reversed and the Nine of Pentacles reversed were coming up as, could be brother and sister, father and daughter. It could be someone who's an adult as well, but they're both reversed. Embossed, I was getting for some of the masculines, deliberating the two of them, that could be the masculine and the karmic. With embossments on everything, like having their initials or their imprint on everything in the house. The King of Wands reversed with pictures hugging her everywhere. Matching everything, right? So maybe she had to match everything, you know, whether it was clothes or things in the house, they had matching his and hers, everything. So the masculine going through his stuff and seeing what he needs to get rid of. The challenge being 7 steps program for dumping attachments. Devoid, High Priestess reversed with no love, no spirituality, crying, whining, secrets out about being dumped. Justice and Hierophant and the Emperor in their pockets. So this is coming up as a karmic energy who has paid people off. Definitely was getting a karmic who was also having sex with people in power to get business for their marriage or their family. Also could just be flirtation, but I was definitely getting someone paying people off or sexual favors. Doctor examines, and the Queen of Wands turns the other way. So you see there's something there too. May or may not have to do with the Hermit, but the Knight of Pentacles was coming up as giving money to the Emperor, Hierophant, and Justice, which are the major powers at play. The dirty politics. Or the Hermit looks the other way while the Queen of Wands flirts or sleeps with the men in power. Loveless passion with powerful men, or he pays them to entertain her so she won't bother him. The King of Pentacles reversed and the Nine of Pentacles reversed, service or work for the man, paying dues to get into the boys' club, power plays to get kids into the right schools. And that was at 9:09. We're still at 9:09, all about greed and status, while the Knight of Pentacles is the good guy, the front man, or the King of Pentacles reversed and the Nine of Pentacles reversed is going behind their back or above their heads of the Hermit and the Queen of Wands to pay off the powers that be to get them clients and or business. The 3 branches of the government, executive, legislative, or judicial. all in the family. So someone might have all these power people in the family and using them to get what they want. Deliberating, the King of Wands reversed, presently patient angel, healing from prison of the justice system. Lionsgate, the Colosseum. The powers that be, here to see the show. The floodgates open. Big takedown. Power play, tackle. Staying zen, pretending not to see. The Queen of Wands, a spy, to get info, dirt on others to bribe. Now, crowning, cut in the cold, destitute, in exile. Disconnected, the King of Wands reversed, drained, sick, overexposed, sitting with negative feelings. Of the King of Pentacles reversed, choosing the path of illusionist, magician, master manipulator, game master, master of ceremonies. Purging, could be someone competing to be master of ceremonies for the Olympics as well. Purging cycles of stress and pain. Sleepless nights, gave at the office, now major imbalance of the King of Wands reversed and the King of Pentacles reversed without the Emperor present. So it could definitely be someone's father who passed, that King of Cups. And now the sons don't have someone tell them what to do anymore. And the father used to pin them against each other all the time. So now they're kind of at a loss and confused because they weren't standing in their own power. But I was getting like the Emperor father was representing the executive branch and they were the legislative and the judiciary. And now they don't know what to do without the leader, the executive branch. The fall from grace, lack of faith. The King of Wands reversed, too late, but the King of Pentacles still has an opportunity to choose another path. So for one brother, it may be too late. This could be a partner or a friend as well. But for one, it may be too late because they may be arrested for something, and the other one still has a chance to choose a different life. Awaken to home, marriage, imbalances, especially at night, drinking with a judge, with 2 spoonfuls of BS. The truth out about the Queen of Swords reversed, spreading rumors while drinking. Illegal activities at night, or wanting the truth. So that Queen of Swords today was coming up as Gemini. The Queen of Wands was coming up as Aquarius and Sagittarius today. So Queen of Swords reversed, spreading rumors while drinking. Illegal activities at night, or wanting the truth but getting the silent treatment. The Queen of Pentacles hiding behind the judge, justice system, or a Libra. Cancer, drinks and imbalanced. Libra, truth, Aries or Leo pushed out of the group. Injustice of the truth. Sagittarius, healing or has passed. The King of Wands, physical, sick and drained. The King of Pentacles with emotional issues, manipulator. While the King of Pentacles fell from grace and the King of Wands pushed out of the group, one sick pup with drinking issues, the King of Wands, with alcoholic at home. Brothers covers are King of Cups upright and King of Swords upright, which also the King of Swords upright can just be a private investigator or lawyer, while the Emperor reversed and King of Wands reversed and King of Pentacles reversed. And you see, so they could have covers as the King of Cups and King of Swords where there actually were the Emperor reversed, King of Wands reversed, and King of Pentacles reversed. So they had this cover story, right? But now the Emperor's gone. The King of Pentacles reversed with daughter or sister or partner who's just like him. The reversed Nine of Pentacles or sovereign. Or it's a daughter with 2 sons. The daughter is tainted like him. One son is a workhorse and one is a professional with the Queen of Wands. Trophy wife. The Emperor likes the King of Swords, his spy, but not the King of Wands reversed, healing and separation from them. So they may have had love loss. There may have been some issues with them before he died. Then the King of Wands is coming up as a loving man. And that's at 10 o'clock, 1000. The Emperor is the devil out of control and detox. All right, or that may have been the person who passed as well. The King of Wands trying to save their alcoholic sister, or deal between the King of Cups and the King of Swords to spy for him. Or they had a deal. So that the King of Wands, or the Emperor may have had a deal with the King of Cups, if that's not him, and the King of Swords to spy for him, but the King of Wands wouldn't go along with it. The King of Swords, private investigator, on the down low to spy on the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands. The King of Pentacles reversed has a third party through work, and the Queen of Cups reversed, Sagittarius or angel. The Divine Masculine is the Page of Wands. That's how he sees himself. And he is seen as the Knight of Pentacles. So he sees himself as, you know, the masked boy with a burning desire. But people see him as a workhorse. Taking care of the King of Pentacles reversed and sister, Nine of Pentacles reversed, sovereign. by servicing powers that be, while the Queen of Wands looks the other way. Him trying to please his father, but no love lost between the Queen of Wands and the Emperor Hierophant, who is dark. Judge kept by the Empress reversed, a wedge in the family, a dam, a block. The Queen of Pentacles with a new passion for old-fashioned romance, at home burdened by knowing, or burdened by the homeless. The Queen of Wands is spying, which definitely came up today, and number 28 came up in this read today, right next to that. And that's the twins number. So the Queen of Wands is spying. Soon is the Eight of Crystals at work with guilt about spying, mean words, no words, messages, or silent treatment. In the downturn of the Empress reversed, resisting anything new. The home with new passion for release from prison, that can be mental or physical, standing in truth with family, but at work meeting with resistance. Doesn't want to lie or spy or spread rumors anymore. Masculine is the Page of Wands deliberating a message of love, and at night with third party or gossip and overindulging. Forgiving and learning came up for the masculine, as well as express your love. It is safe to love and love yourself first, that this could be the one. Around the masculine, or how he's seen, is surrender to the universe. Healing in need of help, on a quest to be loyal servant. The masculine needs to clear blocks of the sun exposure. The Queen of Pentacles being taken from in order, like the Queen of Pentacles that he may have taken from in the past to give to the kids and family, and his own financial savings and not telling anyone. Or he may have been doing that to save for them, but had to plan his way out of his situation first, so he couldn't tell anyone. Rebirth came up, as well as spirituality. The High Priestess with the keys, or the twin. Self-love, adventure, and synchronicities came up even more so than rebirth and spirituality. Hierophant, justice reversed, imbalanced. Debt, divorcing, unfair, with the Queen of Wands spying. Home with nothing, and the Queen of Wands pretending not to see. The Taurus home detoxing, with the Emperor reversed, out of control, abusive, reaping rewards of the Hermit with light, the divine feminine's heart. Difficult emotions and leading the way through jealousy, inspired to offer new life or a payoff to family, or to find happiness. Suddenly in chaos or stuck with dreams, stuck amidst a Scorpio and Aquarius perhaps. Stress, purging at work, and feeling defenseless. Knowing marriage is not what he wants, but what he does want is new passion with his lover. Dumping attachments so he can receive passion from his lover. The Page of Swords reversed at 10:51. 51 is the King of Swords. The Page of Swords reversed. No news, with the King of Pentacles reversed. Inspired to surrender. The worst over, with twin. Challenged by steps to take and synchronicities at work, exposed and exiled from the group and or marriage at home. And the divine feminine's heart, or the Hermit with the light. The King of Wands reversed, healing, with Emperor reversed, lies. The worst is over. The King of Pentacles reversed, without options, but exile, destitution. All right, so that's the one who's screwed. The other brother, more likely the masculine, but it can be either one, because some of the masculines have gone to jail as well as the divine feminines. So the challenge being synchronicities and the steps to take for the masculine. The mass boy working on marriage, or mirage was just coming up, surrendering to exposure to the sun, allowing everything to come out. The Leo and ego, right? To let it die. To commitments at home, with the divine feminine Hermit energy was coming up here. So that was the read there. And right after that, I was just doing another read for myself to play. And 77171 came up there with triple ones, triple threes, and triple sevens when I added the outside cards as well. So that was really important. And that read I did afterwards with 11:59, the minute before the hour. So the 11th hour is coming up again. Okay, and that's all I'm going to give you for now. Oh, I'm surprised. I'm just hitting an hour now, so that's not too bad. I want to just get one summarizing card. Let's see what comes up here, just from the Rider-Waite. Let's see. Take a deep breath, you guys. For everyone watching, the best and highest good of all is concerned. What do you need to know? What do you need to learn? Just one card, please. Today is July 25th, 2019. Let's see. Patience, guys. That's it. All right, there you go. That's your card. Okay, new life. It's coming. Be patient. And the Fool reverse is at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to let you go. Make sure you drink your water. Get your rest and be joyful. Be good to yourself. Don't stress. And rise and be love. Bye, guys.